Hello, everyone, and welcome to a brand new episode of Comment Section. That's right, first one of 2023. That's
That's
right,
right.
guys. Happy New Year. You know what that means? You know,
I don't know.
in 2023, that means, I guess for both of us, we're a third done in this journey, at least.
Um.
Do you plan to make it to 90? Because I don't. So,
Because
yes.
we're both turning 30 in
Yes.
2023. I honestly, I've always felt, I've thought about the perfect age to die many times, and I keep going back and forth between 95, and 100, just so I can say. I wouldn't be able to
You
say,
don't want to be like
which
Betty
kind of.
White and go out like a few days at 99 before turning 100.
Yeah, like truly just before. Um, I think 95 feels good. I mean, I think that's a little older than most people would say, but I just kind of want to see what happens.
So you're just like, no, I'm not a third done. I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah, ideally, I'm gonna shoot for it just so I'll fall a little short because I'm afraid if I
Yes.
shoot for like 85, which is when most of my I believe every single one of my grandparents died at exactly 85. So I
Oh
feel like I
whoa.
know when I'm gonna die
Yes. Well,
by choking on tofu.
I had one who made it to 88, one who made it to their 50s. So I have no idea which way it's gonna
Oh
go.
yeah, that's
I
interesting.
I guess in my will, I'm gonna have it where it's just like, don't bury me for the rest of the time. Your job is to bring me back. Just science. I don't care. Even until like everything about me crumples up into dust. The goal for
Yeah,
like the next few centuries is bring me back.
yeah. You use the world's resources.
Yes. And then
Yeah.
by that, you know what? This is so weird. But do you ever look at like on Wikipedia about what the fate of Earth will be when the sun burns out? Because it's not a
Like
very
just what'll
bright
happen.
future.
Oh yeah,
Like
no,
what
I
will
mean,
happen? Like they'll talk about how, by the time the sun burns out, the Earth will probably be enough of an orbit that it'll be vaporized. But if that doesn't
yeah,
happen, when the sun burns out, all life will end on Earth. And then there might be some explosion or whatever. But whatever happens, even if like somehow, Earth still survives the end of the sun, eventually there's gonna be an asteroid that comes and destroys it.
yeah. If we make it before an asteroid, like I have studied it before, and like it would take way, way less than the sun burning out for all life to be completely annihilated on Earth, because all it would take is like the sun growing just like a little hotter and a little larger,
Yes.
and like that it's going to start doing that in the process of like its lifespan until it dies. But like there's probably much more time after life is annihilated on Earth because the sun is too hot than time that humans exist, for sure.
Yes. What do you think would
Like
happen though if humans are still alive as the sun starts to burn out? Do they try to do anything, or are they just like, well, just accept it, guys? This is it.
do you mean in like in like a day's time the sun just kind of turns off?
Like they know, like by X date, like within 10 years,
Yeah,
the sun is gone. Do they try to
yeah,
do anything to stop it from ending, or are they just like, this is it,
yeah.
guys?
So
Party time.
yeah, so to not get too real, I had I think a lot of hope in humanity for many for almost basically my entire life. I had a lot of hope in humanity that like a collective traumatic event, like an apocalyptic event, would genuinely bring people together in a common cause. That was stupid. I now
Yes.
know that if there is an apocalyptic event, that people will just be like, "What? We can't just stop working.
We
We have
can't.
to keep working.
We have
We
to
have to,
keep
yeah."
normalcy.
We literally have to grind away at a dreary, pathetic job every single day for the rest of our lives, no matter what is going on. And so the truth is, I think if we found out that, like, at the end of the year, the sun's gone, that it would just be like, whoa, easy does it. You don't get to go travel across the country to see your loved ones. You got to go.
Exactly.
into the office. And also, if it's a Wednesday that the world ends and it's not a holiday, I mean, what about the economy?
Oh, exactly. And there'll be some people on some, certain, channels, Fox News, who will be like, oh, we don't need the sun. Ugh, we're America. We can make our own sun. Isn't that right, guys? Global warming here.
Yeah. So 2023.
Yes, guys, speaking of death and destruction,
Yeah.
we were all gonna die. We're recording this on December 21st,
Oh
2022.
yeah.
A date
On this
so many of
day.
us never thought we'd make it to.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. It's funny. I always think of it as like May. It was like I remember that same year, like May 21st, was the original date, and then
It
we kind of
was?
spent. Yeah, there was briefly like that. One of the same groups that one of the same like doomsday groups was saying it was May 2020 2012, and I remember that distinctly because I remember that day coming and going and being like, okay, now we'll see if it's the December one. But I remember that there's um there is a song by the Wonder Years that says something about like uh the world's gonna end around May 20th, so the song is pointless because you're never gonna hear it. And I always remember that it came out in 2012. So
Oh, yes. You know who really got screwed over during that time was our producer, Paul, because
yeah,
he tells us that
banked on
during
it.
that time he really barricaded in survival mode.
Yeah, he
and,
really banked on it.
and he even got some cyanide pills just as a backup.
Yeah,
And the sad thing was because it got to 11:59 and he opened them, the store wouldn't take them back.
yeah. And honestly, they don't take insurance for those, so that was
They
a
don't.
sink.
And apparently, he threw them out into the lake. And the next day, a bunch of fish were floating. And he said that was the last time he'll ever eat fish because he had so much fish after that.
Yeah, and those fish had just eaten cyanide, so
Yes,
that is why Paul has terrible bowel issues to this day.
exactly.
And maybe
Which
that's
is,
why he's so angry all the time.
yes. But that's the thing about Huck that I know he'll write in his next, maybe if he sends like a New Year's card, like, Happy New Year, boss. Wait, man, and pooping just gets better with time, don't it? But my
Yeah.
God, sometimes we start an unwanted answers that feels like comment section.
Yeah, no,
This
I
time we
it's
reversed it.
yeah, that was truly I was thinking that this has truly been an Unwanted Answers episode. We basically
Yes.
did on this day and then talked about Paul. How did that happen?
Exactly. That just shows
Um,
what kind of a topsy-turvy year 2023 will be for us all.
yeah, it's the year of Unwanted Answers for sure.